At Room to Room, did you know our specialty is custom ordered upholstery? Get the furniture you want and the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Mississippi Live Weather This Morning at 7:30. Happy Labor Day. Happy Monday. You can see I have a guest with me. I thought I'd start something a little bit different on Mondays, and today just happened to be Labor Day. But it's going to be Maya's Monday Minute. This is Miss Maya. She's not real talkative this morning. She likes to put her foot up sometimes, though. Anyway, she's going to help me talk through the headlines on your Monday morning. So give you a little something to look forward to on Mondays. There you go. See, she talks a little bit. And please forgive her for wearing green. She didn't know. And she's a little see-through some places. Good job, Maya. So let's talk through the headlines, and I'm going to hand her back to my husband, right? So here's what you need to know over your next 7 days. Yeah, Maya. We're having an active pattern to start off your work week. So I'm tracking out some rain over your next few days. And then we're going to be talking about below average conditions through your work week a lot, but also into your weekend. And then we're going to be seeing a drier end of the week as well. So that's Maya's Monday Minute. Thank you, Maya, for helping me talk through the headlines this morning. Yeah, thanks, Maya. I'm going to hand her off, and we're going to be talking about the rest of the forecast, guys. So let me get a little bit close to you. Okay. You guys want to talk through the rest of the forecast now? Bye, Maya. Thanks for helping me. All right, guys, that's what you need to know. So let's get into the rest of your forecast, shall we? Here's a look at Mississippi Live radar this morning, tracking a few showers out there all the way close to the Mississippi and Arkansas and Tennessee state line, more around Memphis. Most of us sitting very dry. So take a look at the rest of us, especially Northeast Mississippi, looking good to go. I am going to zoom around and show you exactly where we're looking at that rain. Maybe you are heading up on 55 this morning. Not necessarily seeing any rain from Panola County up into Tate County, all the way into Memphis on 55. It's more to the west of that. So you can see a few light showers in places like Tunica County, trying to creep into Tate County, and then a lot of that activity is actually in northeast Arkansas. So here in North Mississippi, we're really looking at dry conditions unless you're in the very northwest corner of the state. Here's more of a national view of that as well. A lot of the state of Mississippi very dry. We're watching those showers trying to inch closer in from places like Nebraska, Missouri, all the way sitting down into Arkansas and Oklahoma. You can see those very slowly making more of an easterly turn here on your Monday morning. But I think you're good to go if you're headed out. This is a live look in Aberdeen. You're really good to go there. Nice conditions out there this morning. Beautiful blue skies as well. 63 there. Feels like 63 as well. So it's really nice conditions again for your Monday morning. Still seeing those in the 60s across the board. This is over in Greenwood. They're already in the middle 60s. Again, some clouds out there, but still a lot of blue skies out there for your Monday morning. Temperature-wise, we're still all in the 60s. Some a little bit cooler than others. 61 in Starkville, 66 in Louisville, 61 up in Alcorn County. Some of us a little bit warmer, 65 in Cleveland and Clarksdale, 64, Tunica, 66. Overall, still a nice morning out there if you're waking up early with us. Here's to the first 12 hours, what you can expect over your day ahead. Temperature is going to be climbing today into the 80s before noon, and then in the upper 80s into your afternoon. I think temperatures today going to be near 90 degrees. So that's around average for this time of year. Can't really complain at that. However, we have been seeing those below average conditions lately. We'll be back around average today. About a 10% chance now all the way through 2. We bumped that to about a 20% chance as we head 5, 6, 7, 8, even 9 o'clock tonight. Could see a few scattered showers out there, isolated showers. I think nothing to move your plans inside about. Here's a look at your latest futurecast, giving you more of a widespread view. Here's the majority of rain that we're looking to see. I think it's going to be on the Mississippi and Alabama state line on Monday at 5 p.m. You can see a lot of us dry, but again, the closer you are to that state line, seeing more of an isolated activity, and that stretches all the way up to portions of Tennessee, Nashville, also Kentucky, seeing that scattered activity. As we go over the next few days, that's when activity becomes from isolated to more scattered. So a little bit more widespread out there by your Tuesday afternoon. You can see here North Mississippi, but really region wide, the southeast looking to track out some scattered showers across the board for your Tuesday afternoon and evening. Shifting into Wednesday, also looking like more of a wet commute out there, but then a drier back half of the day. So that's more of a region wide look out there. Over the next 60 seconds, I am going to be tracking out more of a just North Mississippi wide. So we're going to be zooming in, taking it hour by hour today through Wednesday, and tracking out exactly when you can expect that rain and who's going to be seeing the best chances as well. So you're going to want to stick with us in the next 60. I'm going to be talking about that, giving you a latest look at your 7-day forecast as well. We're also going to be talking tropics a little bit, so you're going to want to stick with us. We'll be back.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious. When he began to discover weather, Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes, and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for waking up early with us on Mississippi Live Weather. I am meteorologist Maggie McAuley, live from the Room to Room Weather Center. Hope you have your coffee with you this morning if you're having to wake up early with me. Maybe you're still heading to work on this Labor Day, or maybe you're just up early. Good for you as well. Let's talk about your forecast. I think it's going to be mainly nice out there for your Labor Day. And then we're going to be adding a little bit more rain chances in the mix. Here's a live look at Mississippi Live Doppler radar. I'm still tracking those showers trying to cross over the Mississippi River right now in a place like Northwest Mississippi. However, the majority of Mississippi sitting dry this morning. So that's some good news. If you're having to get out on the roadways, I really think you're good to go, at least this morning, for the most part. So again, good news out there. Let's talk airport delays next. Now, I know some of us might be getting out on the airways, or maybe you're coming in from somewhere and you're tuning in to us. Here's the good news. Airport delays across the state, nada. We're looking good. Minor to nothing across the board from Memphis International all the way down to Jackson, Gulfport, Mobile, looking good to go. Really region wide as well on those delays. So think you're good to go in the roadways department and in the airways as well. Here's a live look over in Batesville. This is over in Panola County. Some clouds to start off your Monday morning, start off your work week. But again, no ongoing rainfall. Temperatures in the 60s right now. So still sitting nice out there. And that's the same story across the board. This is a look over in Amory. So still seeing nice conditions. You can see that update right there. Beautiful blue skies if you get a little bit further east. And again, conditions in the middle 60s in Amory. Overall, a good day ahead. Here's a look over the next few hours. If you're not getting up just now, we're out the door. We are going to be seeing temperatures in the middle 70s by 9, upper 70s by 10, into the 80s by your 11 o'clock hour. About a 10% chance throughout your morning hours, because I can't rule out a straight shower mainly in Northwest Mississippi. We turn that into about a 20% chance for the rest of the day, because the afternoon and evening a little bit more isolated activity comes into play. Average day ahead, temperatures near 90 degrees. Again, tracking those spot showers in just a minute, but all of our highs today look to be around average. Around 90 is around average for this time of year across the board in North Mississippi. That is where we're going to be today. So average day ahead, 92 in Bruce, 91 in Houston, 89 down in Eupora, 90 or close to 90 across the Golden Triangle region, 90 here in Lee County, and then 90s across the board, even over in the Delta. So a lot of us just around average for this time of year. Now let's take it to what's going to be happening over the next few days in terms of rainfall. This is Futurecast this morning. I'm going to take you Monday all the way through Wednesday. That's when we're tracking out rain for your work week. So that's when I'm going to be tracking you through. So hang on with me. I'll take you all the way through your midweek so you know when that rain is going to be in and out of the picture. This is starting this mid-morning. Again, I keep it about 10% chance because I can't rule out some of these showers trying to creep into Northwest Mississippi. I think the majority of us just are sitting dry all the way through mainly noon. You can see even through noon, maybe a few of these trying to creep over, but the majority of us still sitting dry on your Monday. That story changes into the afternoon. So I'm taking 2, 3 o'clock all the way through 4 o'clock. That's when we start to track more isolated activity throughout Northeast Mississippi, especially if you live along the Mississippi and Alabama state line. I think you're more likely to see some of this isolated activity take place in your afternoon and evening. So Red Bay, Hamilton, Vernon, Amory, Columbus, Macon, Aliceville, even over into Louisville, more likely to see an isolated shower or two into the afternoon, but not everybody getting in on that rainfall today. Very isolated in nature as it makes its way through, even into that 10 o'clock hour. Now let's shift into Tuesday, because Tuesday, a little bit more scattered activity, a little bit more widespread than your Monday. This is at 6:30 in the morning, a few showers out there, but for the most part, a lot of us sitting dry on your Tuesday. Not the same story into the afternoon. That's when we start to track a little bit more activity in the picture, a few more heavy downpours across the mix out there noon and on, especially into your early afternoon. Take a look at this. Way more activity expected into Tuesday afternoon. So if you got any plans for Tuesday, I encourage you have the rain gear handy. Maybe make some indoor plans as well. Could see some heavy downpours in the mix going into the back half of the day. Then shifting into Wednesday, I think a lot of models, some of them are a little bit more widespread than others. This is the more widespread picture of that Wednesday morning hour. But here's the thing. I think on Wednesday, we are going to be tracking rain in the mix. I think a lot of us going to have wet roadways or maybe ongoing rainfall. But here's the good news. That's going to track out of the area the closer we get to noon. So if you have more afternoon plans on Wednesday, can't rule out maybe a few showers trying to hang on, but the majority of that activity going to be happening in the early morning hours of your Wednesday. So that's a look today all the way through Wednesday. Going to be getting a little bit more muggy as well as that rain comes into play, especially as we head through Wednesday, even sticking around for Thursday. Here's why I'm showing you this, though. Not to show you the kind of muggy conditions that come back into the forecast. Not too bad, just a little bit more than we've been seeing. But I want to show you as we head Friday, Saturday, Sunday into next Monday. Yeah, I put that nice word there because it's going to be really nice. I'm tracking a few cold fronts by the end of the week that it's not necessarily going to be bringing much rainfall for our weekend, but it's going to be dropping down our dew points, dropping down that humidity, and it's going to be feeling real nice as we head into the end of our next or the end of this weekend and then into your next work week. I'm talking really nice conditions coming back into play. So that's something to look forward to. Another thing that we're tracking is the tropics, keeping our eye on this chance of development. You can see it here. This is what we're watching. What the National Hurricane Center is kind of highlighting is this development that's coming off the African coastline. And this orange is what they're highlighting where that could move into. So we're looking at this kind of development happening. Hasn't developed in anything yet, but it has about a 40% medium is what they call that chance of developing in the next 7 days. So this has went up. So we're just keeping our eye on it. Again, very early stages, has not even developed into anything yet, but just want to give you your first look at that. We're going to continue to track that and watch that because our activity during this hurricane season is about to hit its average peak over the next week. I'm talking average peak in terms of named storms and also hurricanes happens as we head over the next few weeks of September and then into October. Activity really usually picks up. So we're going to be keeping our eye on it and you'll be hearing updates from us as well. Here's like your 7-day forecast. Again, rain chances mainly Monday through Wednesday out there. 90s today, 80s come back into the forecast as we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way into Saturday and Sunday. A little bit warmer on your Friday. As I said, though, this weekend we're tracking some cold fronts coming in. As they do, now they don't necessarily drop down our temperatures real low, but it will be back below average in the middle 80s to even low 80s for some. And also those humid conditions, the humidity really drops down. It's going to be feeling very nice into the back half of our weekend, then into your early next work week. So that's a look at your 7-day forecast. Let me give you a last look at radar before we get off here. I'm going to click over here and show it to you. Here's the last look at radar again, Mississippi Live Doppler radar. We are seeing dry conditions across most of this, Oxford, Water Valley, and east of that, looking good to go. Tracking a few showers trying to push into northwest Mississippi. I'm going to zoom in and show you exactly where those are before I head off here for you. Again, these are pushing into places like Memphis, so maybe you're headed up on 55 watching us from North Mississippi today. Going to be running into rain once you get in the 240 loop of Memphis. Now, northeast Arkansas also seeing some rain. Tunica trying to push into places like Tate County. Very light showers this morning. And again, if I zoom out, most of us not dealing with that. It's trying to push over into 22 near Holly Springs as well. But you can see the majority of us sitting dry this morning. So that's good news out there for the start of your Labor Day. As always, I hope you have a really great day today. Get out and enjoy it for Labor Day. It is going to be nice for the most part. And we will be back with your latest and greatest forecast of Mississippi Live weather at 5, 6, and 10 live from the Room to Room Weather Center. You can tune in to see Matt and Gabe this evening, and they'll have your latest updated forecast. And I'll be right back here on your Tuesday morning at 6:30.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt LawPon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt LawPon has proven himself trustworthy